Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? Welcome to another video reaction, and today we're going to be starting another TV show, and this was a Patreon request by my amazing Patreon Archangel. This show is True Detective. Archangel has definitely hyped this up for me. Yeah, I don't know anything about True Detective really, so this is gonna be a completely blind experience for me, which I'm always hyped for. Before we jump into this reaction, as always, I need to give a special shout out to my amazing Patreons. Sunny, Precious Lily White, Marzo France, Nettles, Heather, Berry Switch, Archangel, Irene K, and Chuck Loaf. Thank you guys so much for being Patreons of the channel. Your support means the world to me. For anybody who would like to check out the Patreon, the link is in the description down below. For full-length reactions, movie and show recommendations, and all that good stuff, you can head over to the Patreon. Give this video a like and subscribe, guys. And yeah, I don't have anything else to add. Let's jump right into True Detective Episode 1, guys. Let's go. And it's another HBO show, so you know, HBO rarely disappoints, at least so far on the channel. They are 2 for 2. And also, their intros are sick every time. Woody Harrelson is in this. Oh, Matthew McConaughey. She's an executive producer. Is she also playing in this? I should have been paying more attention to the cast names. This intro is blowing me away already. With the visuals. What? Written and created by Nick Pizzolato. Arsonists? This hits way too close to home. Both for me here in Greece, but also recently in the fires. With the fires that happen in Los Angeles. Oh, here's Woody.
You paired up with him.
Martin Eric. Louisiana State Park.
Pick your parents and you don't pick your partner. He come out of Texas, so nobody knew him. Seemed a bit raw bone to me, edgy.
Dora Lang, the occult ritual.
Oh, so Matthew is in this series
Do you
too.
think the advertiser?
Is he the one that he was talking about?
Can't do that here no more.
Oh, you assholes. You want to hear this or not?
So these two, I guess, Hoodie and Matthew's characters are partners. Whoa! What type of witchcraft? That's some witch shit right there. What? The antlers? If this is an actress, a real human, I hope they paid her well.
Symbols, it's satanic.
No
They're the
shit.
2020.
Yeah. Second week we were together, I saw where he was living. Kind of made me feel for the guy.
I'd offer you a seat, but
Don't mention it, I can't stay.
Hey, I could make this work.
Yeah, I tell you guys,
I could make this work
past a
easily.
certain age, a man without a family can be a bad thing.
We'd encountered a metapsychotic. We tried to explain to Marty what metapsychotic was. This is gonna happen again. Or it's happened before. It's fantasy enactment. Ritual. Fetishization, iconography. This is his vision. Her body is a paraphilic love map.
You get that from one of your books?
I did. Bad teeth. There's decent odds she was a prost.
Is prost like a
Yeah,
legal term
chapter
for
in one of those
prostitute
books
or
that
like
jump
investigative
into
term?
conclusions. You attach an assumption to a piece of evidence, you start to bend the narrative to support it.
Oh, that's actually a valid
See it on
point.
the ID. I guarantee this wasn't his first.
True,
It's too specific.
to elaborate. And if it was his first, it would have been like something that somebody else had done so that you could follow those steps for said ritual.
Stupid time to mention this, but you gotta come to dinner. Can't put Maggie off anymore, so you just gotta.
Who's Maggie? Is he trying to set him up with somebody? Because he did say that, like, I guess no family, he said, for a man after a certain age. Is bad?
Anyway, that evening, it wasn't even sundown. He decided it was a good time to invite me over for dinner. My daughter's birthday, and I know
So he has a daughter?
I'm gonna have a drink.
Hey,
Oh wow. Also, he went to visit his family, and because he was thinking about his own daughter, he got drunk.
Do me a courtesy, okay? I'm not trying to convert you.
Look, I'd consider myself a realist, all right? But in philosophical terms, I'm what's called a pessimist.
So he believes that there is
what's
nothing
that
after
mean?
death.
Means I'm bad at parties. Human consciousness was a tragic misstep in evolution. We became too self-aware. Nature created an aspect of nature separate from itself. We are creatures that should not exist by natural law.
Well, that sounds god fucking awful, Russ.
Programmed with total assurance that we are each somebody, when in fact everybody's nobody.
I wouldn't go around spouting that shit I was you. People around here don't think that way.
The honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming, stop reproducing, walk hand in hand into extinction.
So there's like levels to pessimism, right? There is the we're all gonna die and that's it, and life is what you have right now, and there's no heaven, there's no hell, there's nothing past this. We're just dirt that's gonna return back to the ground. That's one level of pessimist. There is possibly like a religious pessimist, which might even feel like everything that happens to us in the afterlife is somehow something that's gonna be bad. For example, we're all sinful creatures, so we're all gonna be punished. I gather these types of people, and this is like a religious pessimist. But then you have the type of pessimist that Matthew's character here is, which is like, why don't we just all just go hand in hand into extinction? Why don't we just stop reproducing, right? And pass a hard law on this shit, okay? Stop making babies. Anybody who reproduces is gonna get life in jail, alright? And we're gonna kill off all the newborns. And then eventually, you know, this human existence that creates this internal suffering of wanting to find out like what our purpose is, but we don't have a purpose, we just exist, right? And we're just gonna disappear like it's supposed to be in his head. So instead of having to deal with this existence, it would be a courtesy, it would be a gift to humanity if we decided that we all should just poof, completely cease to exist. So it's this little type of pessimist that puts the definition of pessimist into pessimist, you know. They are the types that like they might maybe take it a bit too far in casual conversation. Although I don't know if this is worst or the religious pessimists. Really, because eternal suffering seems maybe worse than just complete extinction with nothingness after it. This comes from my point of view of let's just help ourselves by unexisting ourselves as humans. I mean, listen, it's a point of view, definitely a point of view, and it definitely would not make you fun at parties. Definitely would not make you fun at parties. And maybe outside of parties too. So I see Woody Harrelson's point from this.
What's the point of getting out of bed in the morning?
I tell myself I bear witness. The real answer is that it's obviously my programming.
Look, I picked today to get from you.
You asked.
Yeah, and now I'm begging you to shut the fuck up.
Oh no, I would have had like a 2-hour discussion in the car. What? What type of sign was that?
What should I bring for dinner?
A bottle of wine would be nice, I guess.
I don't drink.
It's not for you.
Oh no, of course not, Russ. You're at my house. I want you to chill the fuck out. Don't even mention any of that bullshit you just said to me.
Of course not, Marty. I'm not some kind of maniac, right?
And he showed up hammered.
This is a real thing. Some Halloween shit.
What about him? What do you think?
Smart. Care about making friends. But he's already running with it. He's got a real mind for it.
So you'd keep him on it?
Both of us, yeah, I would.
All right. The incident room is yours. And You do the briefing tomorrow.
If I skate, I got some names from Vice, Frost Farms. Check around on our DB.
You want me to go with you?
Nah, just something to do. Like I said, I'm feeling a lot of stuff hit me. Hit this time, my daughter's birthday, this dead woman. State Vice gave me some addresses to follow up on, so...
Sir?
No, I'm just looking to get some information on a woman. Maybe you know her.
Who's that? Hold on.
How do you not turn to alcoholism or substance abuse when you have to deal with cases like that ever so often? Like, even if it's like once a year. Even if it's not bi-monthly or bi-weekly, even once a year is enough, right?
Either one of you know a woman about your age, works the same place. 5'5", blonde.
Oh, we see a lot of girls like that around.
Right? He just described like 50% of the
Haven't seen her around
population.
lately.
People come and go.
What do you want them for?
I wouldn't bust somebody for hooking or drugs. I'm murder police.
Somebody got killed.
There's a girl named Liza, another called Destiny, but I seen Destiny yesterday at McDonald's.
Speed.
No. Quaaludes. Anything barbittle.
Uppers are easier to get and they last longer too.
Yeah, but it's not like that.
What's it like?
I don't sleep.
Hmm. Is that Woody's wife? Yep.
Hey, Lone Ranger.
Hey,
Why didn't you come to bed?
bad one yesterday. Just couldn't sleep.
You had that woman from Erath?
Yeah.
Girls will be up soon. Missed you the last couple days.
Oh, shit. I got a shower. Got a debriefing today and then maybe a press conference later.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that she doesn't see him
Tell
often,
him I'm debriefing the squad all morning.
even if they live in the same house.
Hey, she was drugged, bound, tortured with a knife, strangled, posed out there. Seems real personal.
I don't think so. It's iconic, planned, and in some ways it was impersonal. Think of the blindfold. This place is like somebody's memory of a town, and the memory's fading.
She's a
There
poet.
was never any.
This guy's a poet.
Stop saying shit like that. It's unprofessional.
Oh, is that what I'm going for here?
Psychosphere, or you're in someone's faded memory of a town. Just stop.
Given how long it's taken for me to reconcile my nature, I can't figure I'd forgo it on your account, Marty.
I mean, he does have a point there.
You get any sleep last night?
I don't sleep. I just dream.
A cult.
Oh, what his face! He's like, this mother. Can you answer straightforward for once? Because I was just about to say, like, dreaming like you still slept. As somebody who has struggled with not sleeping, like, legitimately, some nights, like, you kind of wish that you could even, like, see dreams all night. It means that still your body at least got some sat-eyeing. With his face, and that was hilarious.
You didn't sleep last night?
I don't sleep. I just dream.
A cult.
Cemetery within 10. No family, idle hands. Some advice, you make it out, you stay busy.
Wait, no family?
Was she
talking about himself? Hold on, I gotta go back and watch this again, right? I feel like this is so that I'm gonna go back and look.
Business?
Well, yeah, I got the security firm. A lot of guys leave their job, cemetery within 10. No family, idle hands.
Okay, so he was talking about people that retire and they don't have a family.
Rough Johns, anything.
Okay, I got very worried for his family for a
Any
second.
questions?
Hopefully that's what he was talking about, not himself. Okay. But also the fact that they introduce us to someone with a family in this type of shows, you know, you always have the fear of something's gonna happen to the guy's family. Collateral, just with type of investigative detective shit.
You believe in ghosts?
Well, considering his philosophy, Matthew's philosophy, he shouldn't believe in ghosts
You happen to hear
himself,
anything out of
right?
the ordinary?
Sometimes they dove hunt out there. They found a woman.
Is it the Fondo girl?
Who? Why would you ask that?
Went missing around here years back. Last time something happened,
You know where the family lives?
they had a place. A couple streets down. They moved after.
Is that the girl? Oh, Lord.
No, sir. It's not.
Excuse me.
I want to ask y'all something. Y'all think maybe this have something to do with those cats?
What cats?
Two of them. One, and a couple of weeks later, another. Somebody caught them up, turned the insides out, and nailed them to the front door twice.
Any of these look familiar to you? Seen them anywhere?
No, they look like something that might be carved into a tree or something.
It do seem like when you cut the tree and the
Now that looks
The
like
inside.
something my old... Some folks call them bird traps.
they're like
What
for
I'm
dreams,
told is
right?
that they were devil nets. You put them around the bed, catch the devil before he get too close.
Now, that's all we got on the Fontano girl.
Well, there's nothing in here. It's just possible report made in error.
Now, that was 5 years ago. Ted Childers was sheriff back then. He's set up in Gulf Shores now, I think.
10-year-old girl goes missing, that doesn't go statewide.
Now, hold on now. My understanding, the little girl went off with her birth daddy.
And I said you had a complaint these parts around December. Little girl getting chased through the woods.
Oh, yeah. I pulled that one for you, too.
What the hell is this?
Little girl said a green-eared spaghetti monster chased her through some woods, and she told us that looked exactly right. You want to call the APB on that
What?
spaghetti, and she told us that.
Now, I have to say, this is some amazing art. This is a concept art, if anything. What the hell? So, definitely, like, this is also gonna come back. This is gonna be way closer to home than they are thinking right now. This is gonna be way closer to home. It's gonna be somebody that puts on some type of weird shit for the ritual or something.
I'm out, make a beer run.
Well, why don't you hold off on that for a while?
All right, well, why don't you get it then?
We really don't want to do that.
Thursday is one of my days off. My off days, I start drinking at noon. You don't get to interrupt that.
I'd appreciate a little hustle up on that.
We're to offer details of the crime. Our investigators have several leads, and hopefully we'll have a suspect for you in custody soon.
Let's talk about your ex, Dora Lang.
You want to talk Dory? What you said I done now?
Nothing. We're just curious if you knew what she's been up to, maybe where she's living.
Weed, meth, juice, name it. Grew up together, dropped out same time. Hitched up way too quick. You know how it is. You want a wife, but only half the time.
You see, that's exactly the kind of thing that we do want to know about, though, Charlie.
Oh, all right. Dory owes me money. She ain't got no fucking phone, so got the number to a friend Carla, got her to call me back, and she ain't made no fucking sense. Like she could duck hunt with a rake. Hi, yeah. Talking about she's gonna become a nun.
Why none?
No, man, she was hot. She met a king. Yeah. What Dory do?
Dory's dead. Thank you, boys. We almost had a moment there.
Are this cold? Don't bring me no lukewarm beer.
You know anything about that? About Lake Charles?
Jog my memory.
Well, let's hear your story first. See how it fit with what we got.
What about that dinner you mentioned? He turned up drunk.
Oh, yeah. I read somewhere that if you get invited to dinner, you're supposed to bring flowers.
The hell? You can't barely stand up.
I don't drink because I've had trouble with it before. I didn't mean to.
What did he say?
I was checking on a CI and I ended up hanging around a bar. Sitting there, I couldn't think of a good reason not to.
Don't worry about it. Have some more coffee. Just try to make 10 minutes of conversation.
Got it.
Call Chris or somebody. Get you out of here.
I'm sorry, man.
Forget it.
I mean, come on, it's like...
We'll try this some other time.
Yeah, you can always go back to his house for dinner. Although I do have a feeling that maybe won't happen.
Well, Russ, it is so nice to finally meet you. Sorry it took so long.
Well, I tried to tell her you aren't big on socializing.
I said your life's in this man's hands, right?
Well, not quite as dramatic as that, hon. I never fired my gun.
Have you fired your gun?
Audrey.
Yes.
You saw people?
Macy.
Dad's never shot any.
Like, what were they to talk about? You brought two LAPD officers. Like, your father is LAPD police. Like, you brought on somebody, they took on a very fucked up case, right? Like, even without the case though, it's still like American police. Like, the chances of having fired their gun is pretty high. What was small talk gonna be about? Like, how's the family? When you don't have any? Like, what sports team you support? Like, they're gonna ask some questions about the jobs.
You don't want to shoot people.
But you have.
Marty says you're from Texas.
I grew up in Alaska. I've been working here the last 10, 12 years.
What kind of work?
Narcotics, mostly.
She didn't ask you what you do. She asked what type of
Be
work.
right back. And y'all keep eating.
You're not married?
Once.
Oh.
Not anymore.
Alright, so yes, he does have a kid.
While you were married? Children?
One. She passed. Marriage didn't last long after that.
Oh. So was that the little kid that he saw by the was it the stop sign on the road
Was on the phone
while he was in the car?
about,
Damn.
CIAers. Back there to the left.
Excuse me.
What do you know about him, Marty?
Not a lot. He could be a good detective. He's running on this thing, but
You ever ask him about himself?
he did not want to pick this man.
He has actually tried to actively avoid it.
What was that?
That's some details on the CI.
He's surprised he sat back down. He's like, no, you're supposed to use this as an excuse to leave.
Need to go or what?
No, it's nothing. Can't wait till tomorrow.
No.
Oh, we can find something nice to talk about. Table in there. You fly fish?
A little bit.
Are they actually gonna socialize now?
So, what happened between me and him don't have nothing to do with Dora Lang. People change, relationships change.
Stay in touch.
I haven't talked to Russ in 10 years.
Ooh.
He was a good detective. And it don't matter how we ended it, I mean, and I don't hold grudges. I believe that's the shit that leads to cancer. Y'all want to walk through the Lane case? Fine. This other stuff, what's going on?
They're definitely investigating Rust on something.
Sure.
Lord says she
What did
backed
he
the
do?
place up. She lost her deposit.
Up your ass, Cole. Why don't you do your own fucking legwork, you rat fuck?
Say it again with me.
Hey.
He such him up real
working
big.
girls. No one close to her, naturally.
You got some names. Which ones?
I heard from my AP guy, Marie Fontenot. Said her uncle's Danny Fontenot, pitcher, LSU.
Yeah, I watched him play. Great player.
The Reverend Tuttle, he runs our statewide charity drive. This is Detective Hart, Detective Cole.
Very good to meet you, officers.
Mr. Cole.
Your case has a lot of people taking care. doors locking where they used to not.
We've been discussing the viability of a task force to investigate crimes with an anti-Christian connotation.
Do what? Really?
I don't need to tell men of your positions, but there is a war happening behind things. Thank you for doing your part.
Thank you, sir.
Eddie's gonna be very, very pleased to have such good men working on this.
Anti-Christian. Fucks. And who the fuck's Eddie?
Is he serious?
Well, he doesn't have a television.
Who's Eddie?
And he's from Texas. He's the fucking governor, Edwin Tuttle.
Hi. I'm looking at Detective Hart's and stack of depositions for him. The depositions. I thought I should walk you through them.
These are the Dario. You can instantly tell by the eyes, bro. See, that's crazy ass. So, is he cheating on his wife? Can I jump the gun on something? Is it possible that the reason why they stopped speaking and they fell out is because Rust and his wife got involved due to him, Woody's character, cheating on his wife? Couple of things happened, and just this is the first episode that led me to that. First of all, the way Matthew's character, Rust, interacted with her on that table felt a bit surprisingly intimate, with Woody's character out of the room, obviously. And then, here, in this very scene, obviously, he was excited to see her. Right? He got up, he fixed his tie, ran to meet her at the door.
But you all checked on Marie Fontenot. Why?
She had an uncle who lived nearby. And we call it intuition.
Mr. Fontenot, I think of beauty, sir. Watching you throw.
Talking to me like a child.
We wanted to ask you about your niece, Marie.
How much could you put on one family? I asked the Lord.
We had heard that Marie ran off with him and she wasn't really missing. Anybody heard from Lynn? Anybody maybe knows where he's at? Sorry, last thing. Do you know where Debbie is now?
She married another man, not the one she's with.
Marie must have loved you here.
Yeah,
All this for her.
Danny loved her so much.
What is it Dan has, if you don't mind my asking?
All they ever told us was a cerebral event. Series of strokes, like.
Marty! Inside on the floor on the right.
What?
I don't know what that is. I haven't looked in there since the police first came.
So what does she look like? That one in Lake Charles.
Can you tell us anything about that, Mr. Cole?
Yeah, it looks a lot like the one from '95.
So the things keep going.
Yeah, there's specifics.
It's 8 years, right? Show back up here 2010.
My question is,
How could it be him if we already caught him in '95?
I figured you'd be the one to know.
And start asking the right fucking questions.
This is good. Yep, I am into this. From the performances, already the murder mystery in itself is intriguing. So I do wonder how long they can stretch this out. I wonder if, because I saw it has like 3 seasons, and then the 4th one it had a different name or something when I looked through the seasons. So I wonder, like, I'm guessing they're not gonna be the same kind of thing for all 3 seasons, 4 seasons, right? Because already in this first episode we go from the '95 case, and apparently they found who did it, right, back then, but now we're 10 years later, right? Or even more than that, and the murders, this type of murder is still happening. So I do feel like already I get that this is gonna be a show where I'm gonna be pausing and rewinding a lot, and that's really good. Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson are two of my favorite actors, personally. Can't recall a single thing I've seen them in where I didn't really like them. So this is already has the makings to be like a great duo for me, acting-wise. They're also both like very similar as actors to me. They always kind of like go with with their type of acting performance, but always that acting suits their roles, always, because they get cast in roles where that type of, their style of acting really works. They do it amazingly. McConaughey with his slow, like kind of like slurred talking that he does, and Woody Harrelson kind of like does the same thing but in his own way. Both great actors though. So this already has the makings to be great right off the bat. And the fact that I said that already I am liking the characters as themselves and their stories, like specifically in their characters, specifically outside of everything that's going on, is just the type of show that I want this to be. So the first episode was really very good. It got you hooked in, and even now with the way that they ended it with him telling them that we already found him, right? So what's going on? Ask the right questions. So I'm guessing it's gonna be more like Matthew's character already had kind of figured out that just because they caught that one guy, there were bigger things at play than the one person that they caught, or maybe that person got framed by the person doing the murders, you know? So super excited for what is to come in the show. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in another reaction, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one, guys. Bye.